And welcome back to more of Hero's Memory. Okay, we got better sword now. Do some stuff. And we're gonna continue going in kind of a really weird order. So now that I have fish, which again is not an item actually, it's just an accessory. Actually, if you use your ocarina on this screen, and I think that's just more free money down there. I'll be getting that later on. Yeah, does this look familiar to you? If you played a certain Zelda game. And again, you need the fish. Yeah, which is kind of like, imagine this is a locked door. I guess that's how it's supposed to work here. Yeah, so this is level 4. And I'm just gonna step in here really quick just to pick up the item in this place. The main item. Yeah, if you've played Oracle of Ages, you'll remember this place pretty well. Probably not in a good way. Even the music and the walls even match up. Luckily, you don't have the big gimmick that Ages had. Nasty gimmick in that game. I'm not even sure how you could program that. So they kind of end up doing the next to best thing. As you'll see, when you actually go through this place. You get iron boots, which I guess it's used when you'll see when you get the other item in this place. But don't worry, you don't have to switch it. It's in your equipment box. It's just there. Yeah, you can pretty much take a good guess what you're gonna be getting in this place. And you really can't do anything in this room. This is a dead end. At least at first glance. And you got a little block puzzle to solve. Luckily this one isn't too difficult. I think you actually want to get the left block up first, because as you try to get to the right block, that way you leave some space so you can get into the corner. And you can pretty much guess what you're going to get in this place already, just from what you've seen. And yep, flippers. that kind of makes the iron boots more useful because of how this is going to work when you're underwater. I mean, you can't even skip the iron boots. I'll just pick up the compass really quick. And again, there's really not much else I'm going to do in this place. The level's a lot longer than just a few rooms. But I just wanted to get the flippers out of this place. Okay, now that we have flippers, there's actually a few more things we can explore. I'm trying to figure out the best way to go here. I'm just trying to get to one of the warp points. And since my whistle is essentially useless at this point because I haven't completed a level yet. Actually, there's something I can get here before I go into the shortcuts there. Okay, this screen. Again, just not much except a fairy fountain. But what you're going to learn is when you see any deep body of water, you're going to want to try to dive. And yeah, you're going to find a lot of these underwater areas, and you can see how big the map is there to explore. And I guess that's the purpose of the iron boots, otherwise you wouldn't be able to walk down here. Yeah, that is pretty easy to miss if you're not really trying to explore every inch of this place. I don't remember which one leads to the coast. And if you're ever in doubt, like you haven't written down the directions, you just go into the same portal, and eventually you get to the corner you want. Okay, in this little island, there's really not much here, just another fairy fountain. An isolated spot, though. Alright, on this screen, you can actually walk on some of the land here, and that actually does become relevant. And another expansion room. Again, you can pick whichever one you want. I'll probably just take some ammo. Try to balance it out. Took a couple bomb upgrades already. So I'll take some ammo for this one. Again, supply-wise, you should be pretty good regardless. Okay, so the hint, the 3 hints you get here, I'm trying to remember what they are. At least the main idea. One of them, I believe the 10 rupee ones, you can dive in the ocean, basically. 30 rupee one, I'm trying to remember what that is. Again, I'll probably put this in the comments. The 50 rupee one, or at least one of them, it's either the 30 or the 50, is a maze path. I'm not sure what the other one was. I think it's relevant info. Again, I'll jot it down. You really only need the one that describes the maze path for you. Okay, so underwater, you have a different inventory. You can't really use anything down here. So what you got is this bubble thing, which is kind of like a boomerang in a way. Yeah, it actually uses magic. Nice thing about this quest is that your magic actually regenerates on its own. That's actually a very nice thing to have. It does take a while, but at least you don't have to be searching for magic jars. Now, if you explore down here enough, there's some areas that have these very subtle patches of sand, like right here. Now, you can't walk into this, so very easy to miss this. You get the Staff of Aquas. This item is going to give you a lot of bang for your buck. It is very, very useful. It just drains your magic pretty quickly. So, and it's essentially a cane of Burna. But it is a very useful item. So it is going to pay off if you manage to find that. But again, it's rather well hidden. You can see how kind of subtle it is. You have a different sized hearts. You have the small heart and the big heart. And another pay for info spot. Trying to remember this off the top of my head. I think one of them is you can use the bubble on sand. One of them is a subtle hint towards the end of the game, basically. And the other hint is regarding, just like in the Overworld, the underwater area does have walls you can bomb. Of course, you see that you have no bomb in your inventory to switch to. So you'll get a means to get around that later on. And to get back on the surface, you just go into these blue bubble things. Okay, so if you go onto this screen, this is the actual maze path. So if you pay for the info, you will actually be given the solution to this directly. But actually, I think there's some stuff we can get first. If you actually dive under here, and find another piece of heart, and get rid of all these fish first. Now to get that, you just have to make sure you dive in the center of the screen. That's really all you need to do. And that's your way out of the center here. Pick up another piece of heart. Okay, now we can go back to the maze path. Again, you're not really supposed to be in this area for quite a while. Okay, so we'll step into this place. Yeah, this is level 6. I don't think I'm really prepared to go in here, but again, there's one item I can pick up in this place, and that's actually the one I want anyway. And it's actually very close to the beginning. And this music here, I believe it's from Spirit Tracks. Yeah, it's harder when I haven't played the game as many times. It's not like, again, Oracle of Ages, I've played that enough times that I pretty much recognize most of the music. Right, just on the first few seconds. Okay, this room, you notice these kind of a suspicious floor here, so you can actually walk through this. Get to a pretty ugly room with a bunch of lights. Your bubbles are actually going to be pretty helpful because they can stun the bubbles or stun the lights that try to sneak along from the sides here. Okay, now we have an extra key. We actually go onto the surface. And there is a cracked wall right there, but we'll go explore up here first. And this room really doesn't have anything in it. It's kind of like a trap room. If you want a sense of how deadly this staff is, it's just one-hit KOing these guys, and it takes 3 white sword hits. So, yeah, I mean, that's already stronger than a magical sword hit. And even magical sword still 2 hits to knock out that blue Goriah. And the ring that this staff makes is, like, rather uber. It's not just one ring that goes around you, it's an entire ring, entire barrier. Although I think you can still get hit. Not like other games where a cane actually makes you invincible as well. You know, but you can still get hit while using this, but it's pretty much using yourself as a battering ram. I got Fires. Okay, don't have to worry. They're not going to be splitting when they get hit with the staff. That's an instant KO there. And yes, this is pretty much all I came in here for. Remote bombs. Very handy to get this. So if you've played any number of other quests, or even like Bomberman and stuff that have remote bombs, you can actually, the bigger bonus, you can actually use this underwater now, because there's no fuse. And that's why you can't use the regular bombs, because it runs off a fuse. It would literally fizzle out underwater. But the remote bombs don't have a fuse, so you can just, detonate them at your convenience, basically. Okay, let's see, what can we get now? And now that we have remote bombs, that actually opens up a lot of exploration we can do underwater. Probably gonna save that for the next part, like, most of the stuff you can do underwater, because there's actually a lot of stuff you can do. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I never remember which warp goes where, so you just keep going in the same one. And this is kind of easy to miss. There is a kind of a body of deep water here, so you can actually go dive in this spot. And this is, if you pay for info, it's like, there are bombable walls here. And again, a regular bomb doesn't work here because it won't explode underwater. That's why I went to get the remote bombs. We get a big wallet for our reward for helping this Zora out. Lets us carry 500 rupees. And you might as well pick up some of the free money that's underwater here. Alright, so made some pretty good progress. Next part, I'm probably going to be starting to work in the underwater area, because there's actually a few little secrets we can pick up down there. And there's actually quite a bit of stuff to buy in the meantime. Alright, see you guys later.